Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Gillette Home team of Keller Williams and Laura Gillette. For all your real estate needs, go to teamgillette.com. And H&R Block of Albany, Corvallis, Lebanon, and Kaiser. For more information on your tax preparation needs, call 541-928-6432.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You know, normally it is my gift to not sing to you. But because you did not let me know it was your birthday and you punished me, then I'm punishing you. Happy birthday, dear Russ. Happy birthday to you. Yesterday was Russ's birthday, and you got a great celebration with your family.
Well, it was a great day, and I am obviously the day after my birthday is just a day to have technical difficulties on the show. And I'm not sure what is going on this morning because this has never happened, but we are resetting everything and just moving on forward.
Well, my wife Christine just made a comment here that says the captioning says that it's the experience live with Russian Scott.
It's something going
All
on
right.
because I have no idea. Normally we're just doing this kind of getting things ready on backstage, but today I'm getting things ready while the show's going because it's clearly not working.
I noticed
And that's really
a little
weird.
hesitation. I noticed a little hesitation before the sponsor spot came on, and I just want to give a special shout out to H&R Block because they made a full year commitment to this program.
Yes.
And that was stepping out on their part, and I appreciate the support and encouragement that H&R Block is, and all the
Yes.
good work that they do. Absolutely.
Speaking of which, did your video freeze right after Laura Gillette? Is that all we saw?
No,
Because
no,
that's
no,
all I
no.
saw.
Everything was smooth on this side. You were good.
Oh, really? It played the whole thing?
Yeah, yep. The whole thing played, and
Wow.
and the Gillette team, I tell you, they're doing good. I just we're doing a transaction with them, and I'm getting a 4th of July apple pie from the Gillette team. So
Well, that's
life
awesome
is good.
because
Life is good.
I am so glad that happened because on my end, my computer is doing something funky this morning. I even reset it for all those people in live stream land. This is what you do when things happen. You just keep moving, right? I love this.
Absolutely. Just
Actually,
keep rocking and rolling.
yeah, actually, we have two awesome guests on this morning, Sarah and Russ Johns. And
Yeah.
Russ Johns is like my hero when problems happen because I have seen Russ sit there and just talk it through and just keep going and think, you know what? This isn't working right now and that's not working, but we're just going to keep going anyway. And so, Russ, you're my hero. That's the only reason I can make it through is because I watched you do it. But
Hey,
anyway, no, it's
having Russ Johns on the show, always a highlight. Sarah Tucker, people are going to want to pay attention because sometimes we might be carpooling somewhere, and I go, yeah, I left my car at the grocery store parking lot. Sarah left her boat in the Bahamas, and so we'll have to find out about that.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to hear about that. Well, listen, before we get going, just to remind everybody, we're here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott with amazing guests every week. And we are so blessed. So join us every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Also, right before this, we were over on Instagram Live doing the experience backstage as we prep and get ready. We have our friend Shree that jumps in from Houston, Texas, joins us every Wednesday morning at 6:30 a.m. just to get ready for the show. Then after we're all done at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we have the Experience Live with Russ and Scott Mastermind, which is all based around live streaming. And what a blessing it is to have such a great morning with my good friend Scott, who I actually got to see in person. What was that? Was that last week? That was last week.
I think it was last week. We
And then-
documented it. And we
Yes.
actually went live. We actually went live from the coffee shop.
We did.
Very impromptu, very short. That was a lot of fun. We did have some great. We had some great comments.
I was
in
laughing.
that little bit. So
Yeah, I was laughing at that because all of a sudden I looked up at Scott's phone and we're like live. I'm going, okay, coffee, we're live. Here we go.
hey, and make sure that people know they can get great swag because of Gateway Imprints.
That's right.
Father's Day is come and gone, but it doesn't mean that you can't buy your father a mug with a couple of mugs on it.
That's right. Message us. I know we keep saying that. Message me directly if you want to get something because I'm in the middle of still finalizing a couple details. So anyway, appreciate everybody being here today. I think it's time just to jump in and start bringing in our guests. And Sarah, we always go ladies first. So Sarah's in first this morning. She's ready. Here she comes, straight from the Bahamas. Sarah Tucker.
Ooh.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sarah.
How
I'm
you
actually
doing?
back in Florida. The boat's in the Bahamas.
Oh,
That's what I said. You left your boat. You left your boat in the Bahamas. That's just there's a story. You got to tell people. Oh, I'm going to let Russ do this.
wait, before we jump into this, because I do want to hear that. Let Sarah tell everybody a little bit about you and what you're all about, and then we'll jump into the boat story.
Of course. And happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm author Sarah Belisa Tucker, and I write children's books. I've got 8 books out for the adventures of Harry and friends. And I do a lot of things with kids like SEL programs, character development programs for children ranging between kindergarten through 5th grade.
That is awesome. Wow, that was the most concise description I've heard yet. So, well, hey, with that, let's just jump into the boat story. Keep going.
Sure. Well, yeah, my husband and I lived part of the year on our sailboat, and this past year we went to the Bahamas, and I did a whole bunch of visits at schools in the Bahamas because they just recently opened because of the hurricanes. They got knocked down, so now they're back up. So I was blessed to be able to go visit the schools there and interact with the kids. But because I had to come back to the States because I have a bunch of interviews and I have a bunch of trade shows coming up over the next week that I had to get back to Florida to do so. So we left the boat in the Bahamas and we'll go back at the end of July to pick her up and either continue to go south, maybe, or we'll bring her back to Florida and then make our way up the coast and maybe head north. Who knows? It's a boat. It's an adventure. It's fun. And I get great ideas and I write more books.
And your books, Sarah, part of this is based on martial arts. I mentioned that kind of in the introduction. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going there and how that all came about.
Well, my husband and I also own a martial arts school in Florida. And so all these books are actually based off of real kids, real things that happened in my life over the last 25 plus years. And so I'm able to take my experiences that I've had with these children by helping these children and extending that to other kids and other families and other schools and stuff like that through the children's books. So we've had the martial arts school since 1995. And it's great. I've been there all week. And I was like, I can't be there this morning. I have an awesome interview. And they're all like, but Miss Sarah, we miss you. And I'm like, I know. but I can't be there. I'll be back later. But the kids are great. They're fun. They're all learning more self-discipline and respect and focus and self-control, and of course, martial arts. So I really enjoyed being there with the kids and in the, I guess, the trenches is what my staff calls it. But yeah,
Well,
it's great.
those types of programs are so great. I know when our kids did programs like that
Mm-hmm.
as young children. We're talking 4 or 5 years old. You could see their self confidence develop.
Yeah. It's a blessing to see a kid come in and they're very shy, and then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, you see them evolve, and all of a sudden they're not shy anymore. They're confident. They can come up and shake your hand and say, "Hey, I'm Johnny," and you're like, "Hi, Johnny. How you doing? We met a few weeks ago." They're like, "Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to introduce myself again." So you can definitely tell that martial arts helps children go out of their little shell into being able to communicate to other people, other kids, and have the confidence to be able to say, "Hey, that's not right," or say, "Hey, let's play." And because a lot of kids are in martial arts for different reasons, either for focus or self-control, or because they're shy and they need more confidence. So it's a great program for everybody, even adults.
Well, I think that anything that teaches young people self-discipline and helps get them on the right track, I think is a good thing. And that's amazing that you do that. We have somebody joining us this morning. I hear them.
Yeah, that would be Valkyrie, my Akita, who is also decided to start playing with her toys right now.
Hey, that's great. We love it. I'm not complaining. I just thought, oh, we have a new guest. That's good. Wants
Yeah,
to speak up.
she might just pop over here. She's a big Akita, so if she pops up, she looks like a bear. So just
There you go.
hi, she's fine.
Oh, that is so good. Well, hey, listen, we want to go ahead and keep things rolling and keep the discussion going. But because, yes, Russ Johns, it is a blessed day. Here he comes, Mr. Russ Johns himself, the master, the one that we've learned from, Mr. Russ Johns. How's it going?
You're
can't
very
hear you,
quiet there,
Russ.
Mr. Johns.
It's all good.
Hey, as I'm typing away in the background, I didn't want to disturb anything, so I thought I would.
So soft spoken.
Yeah. Well, Russ can't be the only one with technical issues this morning. So welcome, everyone. How are you?
Welcome to you. I remember back when I first got into the idea of podcasting and live streaming, watching you, Russ, and thinking, Russ Johns is like the master, the king of live streaming. And then when I reached out, you were just such a good guy. We became friends so quickly.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course, we both have the best name. There you go. I mean, when you're named Russ, what can you say? But
And the same
anyway,
barber.
yeah,
The same barber.
But yes, that too. But tell everybody a little bit that doesn't know about you, Russ. Tell everybody what you're up to and what you're all about with the Pirate Broadcast.
Yeah, I thank you so much, Russ. Scott, I have taken the summer off, and I've been producing a lot more shows than I've been on as far as being on screen. And I'm really excited about the opportunity. I'm getting ready to come back on, but I got a few things that I'm working on to get ready to launch. And live streaming, podcasting, content creation is what I love to do. I help busy business owners actually create a lot of content with live streaming. We take that, we create a podcast out of it. We take that, we create micro content, and then we share it out again. And it's really about gaining visibility in the market and making an impact in your industry, in your community, and just being present. And I think it's really important that people show up and share their gifts and their message with the audience in their community. And it's like Sarah says, when you're not showing up, people miss you. And so it's nice to be able to show up and help and assist and encourage people along their journey as well. So, and the Pirate Syndicate, I'm also starting to train more producers and teach more producers how to help more people, Russ. So
yeah,
I love it. When Russ and I started the experience, which was a year and a half ago, about exactly a year and a half ago, Russ, when we started this, and I then released my last audio only podcast in February, a year and a half ago. And I'll tell you, I missed the audio only. And so I just launched a new podcast as well, Publish Your Book. And so now 2 episodes have been released. It's just brand new every every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. New episodes drop on that. But there's something about audio only that I really enjoy. I mean, I love the live streaming video, but there's something about audio only as well.
Yeah.
Well, and I like what you said about the idea that jumping on early and doing a, what was it, Instagram live that you did? I think there's a lot more emphasis. You know, a few years ago when we started, or like when I started the Pirate Broadcast, there was a lot of emphasis on live streaming. And I think now it's migrating to short format, you know, reels, stories, and shorts. And you can take that and use that as a commercial to your live stream or your podcast. So there's a lot of advantages of, you know, shaking it up a little bit, you know, making a variety available to your community. So I think it's really fun and exciting. Like Christine says, yeah, it's friendship, it's relationships, it's building a community around your ideas and your thoughts. And I think you guys have done such a great job of putting this together and getting sponsors on and sharing their gifts and message with the community. So hats off to you guys.
And Sarah, you're no stranger to production.
No, sir. I actually like to do the behind the scenes and add sound effects and all kinds of stuff to productions to help bring theater and music to and radio to life. I really enjoy that. And yeah, here's my dog interrupting. she like completely ignores me. Then as soon as you're on air or doing something, that's when she's like, oh no. You have to come pay attention to me. So, but yes, I actually went to school and did a whole bunch of film and production, and I love animations. So I like to get into the sound booth and do all different types of characters and add musics and sound effects to all of it to bring it to life. So I absolutely love this. And I'm still going, oh, technology has finally caught up to all my dreams. So I'm actually looking forward to possibly in the future doing a show like this, but from the boat.
There you go.
That would be awesome.
Well, and we do have a good friend, Veronica, that does her live stream from the boat in Texas. And Scott, she's worked with Scott as well, but it just came out with a book. But you know, what's interesting, Sarah, that you're talking about is the variety of things that are available to us to do because of technology. My good friend D. Scott Smith always says the only barrier to entry today to really make things happen and do stuff is your willingness to step forward and do it. Because there's so much out there. And that's one thing that I learned from Russ too. When I started was that I just had to move forward and do it. And that's why I love just by watching Russ and by watching other people have learned how to put things together myself and how to help more people, how to get online and to be able to help them through the process so that they know how to do what, you know, I've learned how to do. And that's the fun thing, I think, today. And Scott and I have been able to come together, been friends for such a long time, and been able to do this and bring amazing people like you guys together, which we love to do. So, Russ, you know, I was thinking about all that you've done. How many years has the Pirate Broadcast been going?
Oh, it's probably going on 4 years now.
Wow.
And before that, I was actually doing 2-minute tips in 10 minutes or less. So
that's like 106 years in technology years.
Technology. Well, I started before LinkedIn Live had LinkedIn Live. That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is talking to somebody about this, when I was in Houston, I was broadcasting high school varsity sports over AM radio using podcasting technology. And live streaming, the bandwidth wasn't quite there to do live streaming, but I actually had a company that I started. It was called Crowdcast. And so live streaming events and activities, we were just on the early stages. But it's been an adventure. And the thing that we all have to enjoy and appreciate it. And like Sarah says, doing Foley and some sound and some effects, there's no limitation. And, D. Scott Smith was saying, you just have to get started. It's just, you pick it up. You could start with your phone. You can start simple. You can go all in and do all kinds of production stuff. And it's amazing what we can create now. And,
what we were producing an episode for my wife with the Aging Better Network. And as we were getting ready to get started, she goes, it'd be really nice if right here we had crickets. And so, sure enough, within a few minutes, it was like, you mean like this? And it's so much fun when you can be able to create on the fly.
Yeah.
Well, and that's just it. You have the capabilities now to do that. And I think when you have a good attitude, so Sarah, you have such an outgoing personality, and you've got such a great attitude about all that you're doing. And that helps you in when you move forward to do things, because you just have this willingness to try new things, to do new things. I love the get on a boat and to see where we go, maybe south, maybe north. I love that attitude.
Gotta go with the wind.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's interesting because a lot of people are trying, like you guys said, about doing the podcast or doing their shows or writing books or any kind of books in any kind of genres. But a lot of people are afraid to just start because they're afraid to fail. But I'm like, but you're not failing if you learn a lesson. I mean, the book could be terrible. But you know what? That's okay, because you're like, well, I learned this, and this. Or the podcast can be terrible. And you're like, well, I learned this, and this. And so the next one is going to be even better. Or you're going to get attacked by a giant wolf live. I mean, it happens. But I love these type of things and getting back into the groove of interviews or live shows, because my passion was theater. I traveled all over Canada in a theatrical company on stage, and in French and English, and I don't speak French. And so anything could happen. But that's what's so nice about the live streams or these type of things. It's like being on stage again. And you feed off of that. So, I mean, I don't get to see the audience or feel them, that the emotion that they're putting off, but I know they're there. So either they're going, oh, this woman's nuts, and that's okay.
Well,
or
Sarah,
like, I like her.
That's another thing that we have in common is I don't speak French too.
You're so funny, Scott. Well, here's what I love the most about all of this live streaming technology opportunity is we get to come together with amazing people like you, Sarah, and you, Russ, and we can develop, Scott has proven scientifically that we can develop relationships and friendships that are as good online as they are if you're in the same room with one another. But you know what? I just want to give a big shout out to people like our friend Jordan Thomas, who's on today, who goes out of his way to get live with people in the same room. He went and visited Russ a while back.
Yeah.
And Scott and I are going to be blessed tomorrow to meet our friend Emily Harmon live. And we're going to take our wives and go up and meet with her on tomorrow afternoon, because she's going to be in town in Portland. So it's fun to be able to.
I said hello.
Well, you know that Russ is the king of selfies. And in fact, he even has his own hashtag.
We'll have lots of selfies. There you
hashtag
go. For
Russ
sure.
Selfie.
Yes.
And so it's always great. This is one of those things. Brian Fanzo, great guy. He says social media turns handshakes into hugs. And that's the deal. When I would bet that when Jordan made his way over to Arizona, that you guys didn't just wave at each other and shake hands or whatever.
Oh, no.
This is
No, we spent a little bit of time together, and
yeah. It's
more than a handshake.
This
Yeah.
this is important. It's important. And we
Yes.
can reach out and connect. And it wasn't just the pandemic that accelerated. That's all the pandemic did, was accelerate already what was happening.
Well, and I think it brought out in a lot of ways, some people think it brought the worst out of things, but I think it brought the best out of people, because I think the people that I hang around with learned and grew so much during the pandemic, and through those years, they adjusted and learned how to work on the fly when things weren't going perfect. Just like when the show this goes this morning and none of my video is working on my end, and I'm thinking I'm just going to keep going because Russ Johns did it, so I'm going to do it. I mean, just go ahead and yeah, I don't know why that sticks in my brain, Russ. I remember coming on live with you one day and you saying, yeah, I don't think we're live on LinkedIn. It's not working, and my video won't play, but we're just going to keep going. And if you're out there, let me know that you're out there. And it was just great. I'm thinking this guy is awesome. But I think that, today I just want to echo, what Sarah said, just, live life as an adventure. Get out there and love what you're doing. Like Russ always says, kindness is cool. Smiles are free. I mean, get out there and love what you're doing. And I think it's so important when you have that attitude in life, makes things so much better. And, this morning, I want to make sure and give each of you one last shot to give us a little bit more information about yourself and then your final words. Sarah, let's start with you. So you got some books out there. You got some other things going on. Let us know what you have going on right now.
Well, this weekend I am sponsoring the Get Your Teach On event in Orlando. There's going to be about, I think they told me 5,000 teachers and principals from all over the world that are coming there. And I'm one of the sponsors. And I'm really excited because I'm setting up author visits so I can start engaging more with the kids, either by Zoom or in person. And then I've got a couple martial arts shows. I'll be in Vegas in July. Oh, it's going to be hot. But I'll be there with a whole bunch of martial arts schools, helping other school owners and teaching people how to interact with little kids and teach character development on a level that they understand. So and then I've got another book coming out in the fall that we're working on, an interactive workbook that has some interesting activities in it, plus possible some animations too to go along with it.
Cool.
And that will be coming hopefully in the fall of this year. So make sure you look for that. Until then, I'm just promoting and doing visits with the books we have. And we also got the Mom's Choice Awards for the series, which is awesome.
Congratulations.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, so let everybody know, how do they get in touch with you, Sarah?
They can go to my website. It's adventuresofharryandfriends.com. Or they can reach me on Instagram, Sarah Belisa Tucker, or Facebook, author Sarah Belisa Tucker. So that's how they can get a hold of me. And I'm pretty easy to get hold of, going, hey, do you want this? I'm like, sure. Do you want to do this? Sure. It's like, your kid needs help. What do they need? I'll help you.
Well, all of your information, because of our wonderful friend Ever, is magically appearing in the show notes, and it's in the comments as well. So please, everybody, get in touch with Sarah, because she's doing amazing things. And speaking of amazing things, Mr. Russ Johns, give us a teaser about some of the things coming out with the Pirate Broadcast. Maybe you can just, pique everybody's interest.
Well, I have something special for you guys right today. So,
oh, wow.
I created what I call the Kindness Club. And what it is a daily message that reminds us to be a little kinder, give us a thought, an inspiration of the day. So I wanted to launch it on your show, if that's acceptable.
Let's do it.
You know that. Oh my gosh. What an honor.
So if you want to be part of the Kindness crew and support and endorse kindness and this idea and concept that we all enjoy, I think the real benefit is that the people that really saw progress in the last couple of years have been the ones with a positive attitude, a positive outlook on life. And I want to continue to explore that expand that. And so I created this this kindness club where you text yes, YES, to 602-830-5555. And I'll put it in the comments as well. And you sign up, fill out your name, and you'll receive daily updates on a little snippet of information that will help you along your journey every day. So I just thought that would be appropriate for this group and the mission you guys are on. And I just wanted to support you and
the
continue that trend.
The Kindness Club being launched here on The Experience, what a privilege that is. A while back, we were able to start the 1,000 Thanks movement.
Yeah.
Here. And that has just been fabulous. And
Yes.
Russ, what a privilege. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, Russ, that is amazing. And we are, this is why we're blessed every day. Scott and I just come on, and we have to pinch ourselves sometimes how much fun we have, how much we enjoy the friendships, like the two of you, and the things that we develop through being able to do this show and being able to reach out to people. So, Russ, we've been friends a long time now. And Sarah, you and I are newer friends, but I always kid everybody that you're stuck with me. We're friends for life. I'm a lifetime connector. So I'll be following you, Sarah, on the boat. Russ, I'll be dialing into the Kindness Club. And I just appreciate you. And I know Scott does too. So we thank so much for having you guys on today. It's been amazing. I wish that we had 2 more hours to talk, but you know what? I have to be the responsible host, as Scott called me, and wrap things up. So,
and thank you for introducing me to Sarah. Wonderful person to know. So look forward to it.
One of our highlights is introducing people to each other live on the air. We love doing that. So,
when we have had guests come on that after the fact, they started collaborating together.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how full that makes my heart.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
So we're going to send the two of you out to the green room. Hang tight for a minute, but we're going to wrap things up. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys. The Kindness Club. And,
That's amazing.
It was back with Dr. Cindy Milligan when we were right here. The 1,000 Thanks.
Hashtag 1,000 Thanks. That's
launched, and to be a part of the Kindness Club. What a blessing and an honor.
Yeah, no, it is. It's completely cool. And, this is why really, the old quote is so true. Scott, you and I live it all the time. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And this is not work to you and I, because we love doing this. We love the people we get to have on, the friendships we get to make. And I just want to thank everybody for joining in today. Remember, we're here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Now, I know how it goes. I know people get busy. You can't tune in every week. You got things going. Life happens, right? And you've got life outside the experience. Hard to believe sometimes.
There are people that have messed up priorities, but that's all right. We're forgiving.
But just remember that this sits on the platforms after we're done, which means what? You can share it out still with all your friends, and you can say, listen, take a look at what Russ Johns and Sarah Tucker had to say. Look at what's going on in their lives. Look at the connection links that are clickable in the comments and in the show notes where you can get directly in touch with them. I used to, this is one thing I didn't tell Russ when he was on. I used to sit on Russ Johns' show, and I would have an extra window open on LinkedIn. And every person that commented on there, I would go to their site on LinkedIn, and I would connect with them. And I would say, any friend of Russ Johns is a friend of mine. And I would send it off. And they would all just connect right back, because I figured people that thought kindness was cool and smiles were free and were tuning into Russ Johns were the people that I wanted to connect with. So today, the reason I bring that up is people in the comments today, also people that that you can connect out with, get out there, connect with others, and it makes life so much more full, like Scott said.
Yeah. And for the 1 or 2 people out there that haven't connected with Jordan Thomas, what a fantastic man.
Oh, yeah.
And
what a great young man.
We got connected, and then we met face to face down in San Diego at Social Media Marketing World. And what a great man, a great human being. And so make sure you connect with him if you're not.
Jordan's always keeping in touch with me. And just for you, Jordan, today, we'll let Kermit cap it off for the day. So,
well, wind it up, Russ. What do we got? What do you got?
Well, listen, I want to remind everybody that coming up at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we got the Experience Live with Russ and Scott Mastermind. If you don't know how to get involved with that, or you don't know if you want to, it's okay. Just go to russhedge.com or dscottsmith.com, connect with us, reach out. We can tell you all about it. There's more information there as well. There's a tab at the top of russhedge.com. We'll take you right to it. And also, coming up tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I have Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. And tomorrow, Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Russ Reels Live, where there is a great group of people every week that come together on topics and we chat. And it's an amazing show where people come together, and a lot of them meet for the first time on that show, which I love to do.
Well,
so,
and as we were watching the intro video for the show this morning, I see Rosalind, and she's going to be one of your guests.
That's right, and it's amazing. She's such a wonderful person, and absolutely. Was wishing me happy birthday yesterday and all that. That was great. So, Scott, what about you?
I'm just really excited about having this new podcast. Of course, it's out on all of the platforms, whether you're on Apple or Google or Stitcher or Spotify. You can find the new podcast, which is based on my book, Influence, Creation of Credibility. Publish a book, online course, and webinar in 12 weeks or less. So the podcast is very cleverly named, I think clever, Publish Your Book. And so you can't miss it. Easy way to go is to dscottsmith.com and /podcast, and you can find it there. Episodes release every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. But here's the hack. As I produce episodes, I'm releasing them on my website early. So if you can't wait, if you're a binger, you can get the whole season right there.
Well, you are clever, Scott, for sure. And I've learned so much I know from you. So thank you for that. Hey, just wanted to put one more shout out there. That the LinkedIn newsletter is an amazing thing. If you have not checked that out, it's still in the beta format, but they are such a great way to get things out in print form over LinkedIn and through email to your customer base. So I just want to thank LinkedIn for that. But I want to tell you, I have one that releases every Monday. It made me think of that when Scott was talking about his podcast. Please go to that. It's called But First Coffee, which is what everybody says on Monday morning.
But first, coffee.
Coffee.
And Russ has his Kindness is Cool, I think, mug as well.
There you go. That's it. And so just you can subscribe to that, and you get it both on LinkedIn and email. So I just wanted to tell you that. But anyway, I think, Scott, that wraps it up for today. And I think we're out of here. So listen, everybody, have a great day and a great life. Until next week, we're going to see if the video works all good now. Have a great life and enjoy
the experience.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.